Hi everyone, welcome back or to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Tenzin. I do lifestyle videos, which includes sit down chatty videos like this. And I'm just so happy that you're here. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Press the bell button to stay updated whenever I upload, and by the end of this video, if you enjoy it, please don't forget to like the video and comment for more. Today I'm coming at you, like I said, in a laid back sit down chit chat setting because I recently turned 25. My birthday was on October 14th, so your girl is 25 and entering her late 20s soon. So I've just been like trying to say it and think it over and over again because it still doesn't feel real. In my mind, I still very much feel and think like a 22 or 23-year-old in some ways. That's kind of how I feel at heart, which I know that's only like 2 years apart from 25, but it's wild how fast this past year has flown by. Another birthday, but of course this time around this birthday was experienced post-pandemic, even though I know COVID is not gone fully, but I know that when I celebrated 24, I was just home eating like my favorite dessert and food, which is also great. But this time around, like the weekend of my birthday, I really had such a good time, a good safe time of celebrations. Went out with my friends in DC, and just it was great. It was such a like fun and happy way to ring in my new year of life. But before I go on any further rambles about the thoughts, emotions, and perspective that I have been having, I wanted to do a reflection styled video, almost kind of like a video journal entry about, like I said, everything that I have been thinking about since turning 25. This time last year, I did a video that was 24 things I've learned in 24 years, and that was a lot of fun to make, but it did take extra planning and just making sure that I have every point that I want to bring home and that I want to like sound impactful and be true and resonate. And I feel like it was a more structured video, but this style, I'm aiming for it to just be more unplanned and just me essentially word vomiting what it is that goes on up here in terms of turning 25. So to it. But before I start, I have my coffee with me in my favorite mug, one of my favorite mugs. So if you have a drink by you, whether it's a hot tea or a coffee or an alcoholic beverage, sit down, enjoy, get cozy, because I'm hoping that this more personal kind of video will allow you to learn a little bit more about me and how I see things and my perspective, as well as just hopefully it makes you connect on a deeper level with me as a person. Let's get started. So I have my journal. I'm not going to read the entire entry. It wasn't even a long entry, but I just wanted to highlight a passage in here that I wrote. I will say I believe I wrote this when I was like 1 or 2 glasses of wine in, so I just kind of wrote super fast, so I can't if I stumble across some words, probably because I'm having a hard time reading it because my handwriting in itself is not that legible, which I need to work on. But I will go ahead and share this passage because I felt like when I read it back today, I was like, whoa, this is something that is powerful, hopefully, and something that I'm sure people, like I'm sure I'm not alone in this experience. So let me clear my throat. Let me actually drink another sip of coffee. Okay. I just don't know how I got here, At this age, I feel like I need to have more figured out, more things accomplished, just more. And I know deep down that I do not need to be putting pressure on myself and that I should trust the journey, trust that I am where I am supposed to be. Everything is as it should be, right? It's just hard sometimes because I feel like I am behind. Like I haven't done enough or haven't truly made enough milestones. This past year is probably the hardest year I have had, but I know it will prepare me for what I am meant to be, and it will make me ready and able for the next chapter in my life. I am thankful for and blessed for another year that I get to live, see, and feel. So that was my little chosen passage. When I read this back today, of course, some keywords flashed out to me like being enough, falling behind, milestone. I think that I know theoretically, like I know technically that everyone's on their own path, everyone's on their own journey to grow and to go at the pace that they are meant to go in, but that doesn't make it any easier. I feel like, at least what I've learned in the past year, it doesn't make it any easier to navigate your own setbacks and to feel like you are stuck in the same place, or you feel as though you should have checked off A, B, or C in terms of like career progression or personal life or like milestones like I mentioned. So I hope that makes sense. It's just, I wanted to share that because I'm sure that it's not just me. I think that just at this age, I know I have time in my 20s. Like I know, regardless of moving into my late 20s, I know that this is the time where there's probably going to be the most uncertainty. At least I hope, knock on wood. I hope that this is the period where, you know, I feel the most uncertain or unsure about like what my next step is in life and what my next step is in career and where I want to be in terms of like the city I'm in or the people that I constantly want to talk to. But enough with the gloom and doom. I say all this to say because I was on TikTok scrolling the other day and something that just came at such a right time, because you know that For You page, like sometimes you get freaking like you hear or see exactly the type of video that you needed in the moment. But it was a viral sound of Oprah, actually, Oprah talking, and she's honestly one of my icons. But what she said in this like 10-second clip was, know that there is nothing that has ever happened to you or will happen to you that will ever go wasted. And it sounds so simple, but like the more I was replaying it and thinking about it and like writing it down in my journal, that like it's so true. Up until now, like life can throw unexpected, unplanned events at you, things that you never thought would happen. And it's not to say that won't continue to happen. Like we still have a lot of life left, so it's not to say that can't ever happen. Excuse my dryer, it is letting me know it's done. Okay, let me resume. So yeah, so it's not to say that what I've experienced so far in my young, like 25 years, that's not going to be it per se. There's going to be, I'm sure, tons of other things or a few other things, that setbacks or obstacles that I'll experience that will make me readjust my thinking and will make me have to almost start over again or make a new plan or things like that. But at the end of the day, like that quote says, it won't go wasted, because whether it's like accomplishing a lot of positive milestones or, like I just said, getting more unideal situations thrown at you, because it has formed me into who I am in this very moment, and it has shaped my thinking, and it has made me a more resilient person. And hopefully you all see it the same way with whatever you're experiencing right now in this moment, or whatever you have experienced recently and will experience in the future, because obviously our story is not over, our journey is not over. So just knowing what I know now, and knowing how I react and how I implement my coping mechanisms or lack thereof, I can use that knowledge to inform how I go about the rest of my life, go about the rest of my journey. So anyways, that quote just hit me hard when it came on my For You page, and I wrote it down, as I said, as an affirmation. I meditated on it. It's been very impactful. So I just think that, if this past year has taught me anything, if turning 25 has taught me anything, it's that you can't tie your happiness, you can't tie your self-worth into external factors such as the apartment you live in, the city that you're in, the friends that you're around, a partner or a romantic interest, or the job title you have, or the field that you're in. Those are aspects of your life that can just be taken away from you at any given moment. So when you tie your happiness into that, then it just becomes risky, and it just becomes something that when and if that goes away, you will have to be faced with the questions of, okay, who am I without these titles or without these external people or external factors in my life, down to my core, what makes me happy. And now that I'm not happy because these things aren't around me, how do I get to a place of being content or happy? So all that is to say that happiness is truly an internal job, and practicing and implementing and incorporating self-care practices every day, self-love practices, is what I think will manifest happiness in your life, because you're taking control of it. You are, despite the circumstances of life, you're making a choice to be happy and to be grateful. So I just think that all in all, happiness and being content with who you are, loving yourself, or getting towards the goal of loving yourself continuously is an inside practice, and it's an inside job. What else? I think that I'm so grateful to have attracted a few new people in my life that I didn't think I would become this close to, but I was able to. So that is all to say, if there's someone on social media that you interact with every now and then and you think they're super cool, or you have a friend crush on them, literally just slide into their DMs or respond to their story, because more than likely that person wants to get to know you as well and wants to hang out. So that's how, when you take initiative, a lot of you attract a lot of great people in your life that are like-minded and who really make a positive difference. So that's another thing I've learned in turning 25. I've also learned that I actually really enjoy doing things on my own, and I still get energy from being around other people. I like feeding off of people's energy, but I also learned that I'm perfectly content staying home on a Friday night, watching Netflix, turning on Grey's Anatomy, drinking a glass of wine, being in sweats, being in a robe. It's just probably one of my favorite pastimes. So and I think that's great, because I think that has a lot to do with self-love as well. Again, I'm just these are just popping up in my mind, and I didn't really plan to say these things, but that's where my head's at with turning 25. I know I have a lot of good stuff in store. I have potential to keep progressing in life and keep succeeding and keep just learning how to live with what life is, and learning to just navigate it as things come along. So that's all I can do, is just to build on my resiliency and build on my passion for growing into the best version of myself. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it wasn't too hard to follow because of all my ranting, and but if you enjoyed it and if anything stuck out to you, please comment below and share with me what your thoughts are. How do you feel about turning a year older, like, are you someone who likes it, doesn't like it? But thank you for watching this and like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and let me know what kind of videos you would like to see next. And I'll talk to you soon.